All right, take two. I got Dennis's book. It's called Confluence, Harper's Ferry as Destiny. And I read, since we're talking about John Brown's Raid, I read the chapters about John Brown's Raid last night. I really like the book. It's a very easy read, great detail in there. He's a very good storyteller. And if you don't have it, get it. There you go, Wonder Monkey. Only been on for 58 seconds, if that helps you. And I think YouTube staggers the notifications, and I think they do that to get an influx of people throughout the live stream. And so some people go, oh, I just got the notification, but we're like 20 minutes in. I think that's the way YouTube does it, so that you're always like replenishing and getting new people along the way and stuff. Because if you send it out to everybody at once, and frankly, I don't think they send it to all people who subscribe, even if you click the bell and all that stuff. They play fucking games that drive me nuts. Very weird. There's always somebody playing games with your business. All right, Babra's here now. So Babra got an early notification. Yeah, you're not... I didn't have time to send your precious little email. I thought maybe a shout out on a live video would be a little more valuable, but apparently not. Okay. Chris, did any of the armies use the route you taken to Gettysburg? Yeah, this is the Fairfield Road. So the Confederate Army will use it on the way out. And I think a little further up. No, actually, no, there were Confederates here too, yeah, before the battle. So Buford, near Fountaindale, had a little scrape with some Confederates. To the left, that intersection I just passed takes you up to Cashtown. And that's where the bulk of, that was where Heath's division was leading into the battle. But there's some troops down here, as you should. But on the way out, this was a major road used. The Fairfield, the town of Fairfield, which I just passed, came out of, there's a place called Mansion House 1757. That was there at the time, and it was used as a headquarters and a hospital and all sorts of things. Very interesting history in there. And lots of notable Americans have gone through that house for various reasons and various times. Oh yeah, Rowley and Stone will use it. But that's further up though, Mike, right? Not where I was when he asked that question. Mike, I am going into Gettysburg. What the hell are you talking about? Didn't they take Bullfrog Road up to shit, I can't remember the name of the road. Is it Willoughby Run Road? No. Wait, it's coming to me. I'll yell it out when I pass it. Francis, 6 questions, has his oral exam scheduled for, I think, the 26th or 27th of October. So now it's just practice, study, pray, and wait. Did I see any parking meters in Sharpsburg? I haven't had to park in Sharpsburg in a number of years, so I don't remember if there were any. And I didn't look because I was just passing through, so I don't know. I would imagine there are. Oh, gotcha, Mikey, gotcha. Jeff says, one more thought about last weekend. Antietam was great, but my heart will always be for Gettysburg. Yeah, so mine too. But what about your mind, Jeff? Your mind is going to get smooth, and it's going to shrink if you don't fill it with new things. I'm doing you a favor by bringing you out of Gettysburg. Take it from a guy who surrounds himself with Gettysburg for a living, talks about it all the time. It does make your brain smooth, and sooner or later you can't see the forest for the trees, and you lose that what is it, not the passion, but you lose the enthusiasm for it, because you talk about the same thing over and over again. Just think of your job. Anybody who's got a job, you might like your job, you might be happy with your job, but it can be mind-numbing doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, Mikey B doesn't think that Sharpsburg has any metered parking. I didn't notice because we didn't stop, we were just going through. Mike says, not busy / touristy enough to warrant it versus inconveniencing locals and hurting businesses. Was just there a few weeks ago and there were none. Okay, good. So Mikey knows for a fact that there are none, and he has a good point. Francis said, I'm going to send you a copy of my book when it's published. It is on East Adams, Connecticut soldiers in the Civil War. Oh, very nice. Then we'll have to have you on the show. Where's Major? Major is home. When I went in to get the book, she was sleeping in her crate. Barely got up to greet me. No parking meters, and we found out from a Antietam ambassador, that the Lone Bar, Mike, here, Black Horse Tavern Road, didn't they come in Stone and Rowley here and then turn right? Antietam ambassador at the Lone Bar, Lone L-O-N-E, in Sharpsburg recently lost their liquor license. Oh, that sucks. Oh, God. Talking Captain Benders? Good morning, Michael. Thank you for the super chat. I was in the middle of watching your live stream drive a while back where Cindy let one... That didn't happen. She did not. No, that was when the dog was throwing up on Cindy's lap. All right, where are we going? First day, or risk losing signal from which I will not return on the second day. First one to get 3 votes wins. First day, first day, first day. There we go. All right. First day it is. So we'll be coming in on the left flank of the Union line. We are coming in the direction of the Confederates on their right flank. And we're about to make a left onto Reynolds Avenue. Further up the road there, that's Seminary Ridge. So now that's off to our right. Morning, Dogface. At the risk of repeating myself from the last one there, since we've got 95 people watching now, if you're a patron and you would like to come to our John Brown Tavern talk, it is on October 12th. I think there's 2 or 3 seats left. So go there, get the link on Patreon, and you know, come to it. It's free. It's free, and we feed and feed and water you. So there you go. The only thing we ask in return is that you do the homework that I'm about to send everybody today, and you participate in the discussion. It's about John Brown, not John Brown's raid. I'm actually going to record that now. But it's about John Brown and how the North and the South, how the United States viewed him after the raid. So a lot of newspaper articles, things like that. The title is something to the effect of John Brown, hero or terrorist. Although we might call it hero or insurrectionist, because they used the word insurrectionist back then. And so, if you have an opinion on that question, if you have an answer to that question, we definitely have enough people that think he's a hero. I'm interested in the people who think he's a terrorist or an insurrectionist, so that we have a little balance in the audience. And I hope you can join us and explain why. It's not a debate, though. It's a discussion. So everybody behave themselves. Martyr. Yeah, martyr could work. But often insurrectionists or terrorists are martyrs, so I guess that's kind of, well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that could work. I'll run that by Jen. Says, imagine driving there and not picking me up. Now I'm going to wear a soccer shirt for the show this morning. Imagine that, Mikey. Imagine that. Well, you told me I'll be there sometime around 11 or 11:30 or something like that. No, you said I'll get there as soon as I can. Sometimes when we have a show at 11:30, that means 11:29. James, he got hanged. He was hung, so I hear, but he got hanged. Chris says, what are they doing to the statue? What statue are we talking about? Oh, they're probably cleaning it. I just had to look back at Wadsworth. They're cleaning it. Don't worry, they're not taking it down yet. Eric, a debate is a discussion. An argument is something else. That is right. Michael Boriski, ayo. Paul says he made it down to Harper's Ferry last Monday, had a great time. First time there. What made you decide to take your first trip down there? Harry the Hat says, my brother did the music for a show about Gettysburg. Very proud of that. What was the show? And is it like a stage show or a visual show, video or film? Harper's Ferry was on your bucket list? Good. Well, I'm glad you got to go. As Mike says, it's one of my favorite places too. And actually, Dennis and I are getting lunch after the show, and we're going to have a discussion about something related to Harper's Ferry. Should have gone straight, sorry. Phil says, Cutler's Brigade show with Charlie was awesome. Thank you very much. That was, I always have fun with Charlie. So just make him a regular part of the show. Just make him, me, Charlie, Mike, and Court. What I really like, and hopefully Mikey B is not watching anymore because I don't want him to get too big of an ego. But what I really like is when Mike comes up with those contest ideas. I think it makes the show a little more fun. It makes the comment section a little more interactive. And I enjoy that. That's how these things are supposed to go, you know, a team effort. Can't all come from one person. Harry the Hat says, I'm 67 with a failing memory. I believe it was a stage show. Okay. I'm 47 with a failing memory. Didn't know it could happen so soon, but it can. The thing is, at your age, I'll bet you people don't get angry at you for forgetting. At my age, they do, because they can't believe that your memory could start failing at such a quote-unquote young age. Tell that to my back that I'm young. Or my feet. Morning, Chris. Wonder Monkey says Iron Brigade Iron Brigade definitely should have won the last pun game. I don't know. I'd have to say that feels a little forced to me. It's a little forced. What was the one that won, though? Oh, Sherman and Garfunkel? Something. Was it Sherman and Garfunkel? Harry the Hat says, my back went at age 40, spinal stenosis. Ouch. Yeah, mine is 2 herniated discs and a big belly to carry around. Eric Koval says, remember when you said you're going to send me $1,500? You don't remember? What? I certainly don't remember that. Barbara says, a long time ago, you promised us a karaoke contest, which I don't think ever happened. Y'all have great radio voices. Your singing can't be that bad. Oh, I beg to differ. Well, here's the problem with that, Barbara. We will have a problem as far as copyright goes. In fact, who was it? Nick Mitch, when he was on, and he performed a song, I forget what it's called, something with orange. Into the Orange or Back to the Orange or something like that. I don't get what the hell it means. But we actually got a copyright strike for that. And I was like, wait a second, this is a cover. But you can, you know, they even sometimes they get you for that if you even perform it. So karaoke would be tough. However, after our tour at Antietam, Jen Murray, myself, Cindy, Ronnie Ronstadt, Mike Warriker went out to a late lunch, and we were discussing things, what we could do next. And Jen was really into the idea of a karaoke night. And one of the guys who was on the tour, Josh, he came in about like 10 minutes before we were ready to leave, and sat up at the bar. So I kind of called his attention over to us, and I asked him a bunch of like focus group type questions, Did you enjoy it? What did you like most about it? How was the price? For him, it was free, so he won a contest. So that was a dumb question. But also, would you do it again? If we did something, and then I gave him an example of an idea that we have. I said, but that obviously is going to cost more money. It probably might be like $500 a person. But would you do that? And he said, no, that's a little steep for me. And we're like, okay, you're not our market for that type of thing. That's fine. We have other ideas that you will do. But one of the things he said, he had a great idea for a trip. And when he said that, I said, well, wait a minute. That's going to cost you more than $500. And he said, and this was key to me, he said, I know, but getting the opportunity to hang out with people at the bar or in the lobby or wherever after all the touring is done is valuable to me. And so I'm like, okay, so you're looking for community, you're looking for camaraderie and all that other stuff. And it's kind of hard to do that the way things are normally done. So his idea of a trip was a good idea. But then Jen was really into the karaoke idea. And I see the value of that idea as well. So it might have to be in that type of way, Barbara. Long story short. Or we do it as a separate thing that we put over on Patreon. By the way, come January, AG Today is going to be solely on Patreon. I've been watching a lot of videos about how YouTube works. And one of the reasons I think I saw a slump this year was because in January they changed their algorithm to recognize and reward consistency, which AG Today is not consistent with Ask a Gettysburg Guide. And even though we put out more AG Todays in a month, Ask a Guides have traditionally gotten our channel the most views. So I kind of suspected all along that for a number of reasons AG Today hurts us more than it helps us. So we're going to put it over on Patreon exclusively. Now don't fret if you like AG Today, because it's going to be free on Patreon. All you might have to do, I don't even know if this is true, because I don't join Patreon as a user, I join it as a creator. You might have to just create a username, an account, but it's free. So just like anything else, you got to create an account. But that also might not be true. When I make a post free, it might be free to everybody, even people who don't have accounts. That's something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because I have far better things to do than find that answer on my own. But that will be the case come January. So after the holiday season, after the new year, we'll be saying goodbye to YouTube with AG Today. And if you're among the few who like AG Today who are not patrons, then this would be a good excuse for you to go and start that free account so you can watch it for free. You'll also be able to hear the audio version, which from time to time when we do things that YouTube is too strict about, I will put that portion in the audio version of the show. I think the last time we did something like that was when we had a parody of Chicago's Saturday in the Park, making fun of all the restrictions here at Gettysburg. And we did that as a separate thing over on Patreon. So, yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Sherman and Garfunkel was the winner. Yeah, that was funny. Cisco Lady Liberty says, we have made the choice to move to Gettysburg. Finally. New job start in November. A Gettysburg Christmas. Nice. Are you moving in town? Did you buy? Did you rent? Tell us what you're doing, and I'll give you advice. Eric Koval says, Sax covered Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Good, but you wouldn't have been in the running because that is not a band. That is a song. But that is good. Paul says, Matt has a silky smooth voice. Not as much as you might have used to have. It's kind of weird lately. Our family lived near Valley Forge, PA. Another beautiful historic site. Yes, it is. Yeah, that actually is. And we actually have been talking with our friend Ken Gavin about doing some Valley Forge stuff out there. Hopefully we'll get to do it over the winter. Because, that's when the story takes place. Not particularly looking forward to going out and shooting in the freezing cold. But if it snows, we'll have, Chris says, next time you take a spin by Devil's Den, note the reduction of vegetation. My Boy Scouts and I spent nearly 4 hours clearing the space out. Oh, very nice. So is that up on top of Devil's Den or down at the slaughter pen, which we now call Vietnam? Yeah, I was next to Swope there, Wonder Monkey, at the light. "60 Seconds says, are you... Oh, sorry. Good morning, Matt. Good morning to you, 60 Second. Oh, Wonder Monkey, you did the free. Oh, you joined as a free member? Oh, I don't thank the free members. I'm sorry. I thank the paying members. When you upgrade to paid, I'll thank you. Will you be able to do the drives on Patreon? That is a good question. I'll have to check and see if they've made us able to do the drives or to do live on our cell phone yet on the Patreon app. I know I can go live directly through Patreon now on the website. We did a test of that the other day, and it sucked. I don't know why. I'm gonna figure out why and hopefully fix it. But I will look into that for you, Barbara, because if that's the case, we'll do it there. Also, we're going to rebrand in January. This channel will be known as Addressing History. Addressing Gettysburg is not going anywhere. It's going to stay the same. Well, not the same. We're going to improve it, like by adding Mike in court and things like that. But we are going to expand subject matter. And it's not all Gettysburg. It's not all Civil War even, although we'll probably start with a lot of that and just branch out. The idea is to go to places that's a quick and easy day drive for us so that we don't have a huge travel expense. And then, you know, hopefully if people like them and we can get funding for bigger, better ideas, then we'll go further. My goal, it would be to go around the country to historic sites. We have a few pilot episodes that we want to fund next year for like 2 series that we want to do. We think you'll enjoy them. Well, we have to find the funding first. So I met with Tim yesterday and started really compiling a menu of, there was Charlie Fennell we just passed, compiling a menu of all the projects, not just projects, but things like equipment, other things that we want to fund through Digital History Pioneers, and interested donors who are, you know, interested in large donations will be able to request that menu, and so on and so forth. Voice is like smooth jazz. I have to turn the bass settings down to -7 in my work van when listening to your podcast. Yeah, thanks. I probably should lower the bass on my microphone a bit. I might, sometimes I overdo it. It's I don't know if radio, if this is actually, I don't know where I got this idea. I know definitely from listening to Howard Stern, but I don't know where I got the idea of the name, but I've somebody told me it was called the voice of God technique, where the host, especially when you're dealing with an ensemble, you have to have somebody's voice that can rise above the din and kind of cut through. And so oftentimes the host will have either the volume up a touch more, or the bass cranked up a little bit on the voice there. As you can hear through this microphone, my voice is not particularly buttery, but with the right combination of microphone and EQ and compression, I can trick the ear into thinking that's the case. But either way, if it soothes you, then that's good. That's good. The best compliment I get is that people fall asleep to our show. It's still a view for me, but I know what that means, because there's certain things I'll put on to fall asleep to. For the longest time, for like years, every night I would turn on Ken Burns' The Civil War because of David McCullough's voice. It was like my grandfather was reading me a bedtime story of horror, but still a bedtime story. Here's the gatehouse. Remember when Brian was on the show, they repainted it. It's a darker red, as you can see. I think it looks nice. Looks very nice. Yes. Eric, oh good, Eric. Let's continue our conversation from a few months ago when we talked, because documentary is what we're looking to get into. And the first one I want to do, I think you'll enjoy. Greg says, what part of Gettysburg are you filming now? We are on Cemetery Hill right now. Just came up over it. The National Cemetery is in front of us. That's the annex. And to the left is where the old part of the National Cemetery is. And on the other side of that is something else. Evergreen Cemetery. All right, now I must hurry back, so I must go in and get a tea right quick and whatnot and so on and so forth. So you guys have yourselves a great day. It was great talking to you. Thank you for joining me, and we will talk to you next time. Patrons, look out for our interview with Dennis Fry coming up shortly.